Don't let anyone tell you that you can't learn anything from video games, because when I got this game years ago, and I saw this event, speed skiing, I thought, what? Is that real? And it is. People actually do this. They just ski straight down a hill as fast as possible at just incredible speeds. And it's crazy. And it's one of 11 events here on Winter Heat.
Winter Heat!
I figured with the Winter Olympics going on right now in Vancouver, why not break out Winter Heat? Before you get started, you have to pick from one of 8 stereotypes. I'll stick with old Rick Blade, I guess.
Rick Blade.
If you like games like Track and Field or Decathlon for the 2600, you'll probably like this game. It's just 2 buttons, action and speed. Just a lot of mashing of the speed button, and then timing with the action button, and that's how you play all these games. That was an example of bad timing. I love the sound effects for this game. Everything is just seems appropriately crunchy, like all the sound of the skis on the icy slopes and everything. It just really adds a lot to the experience. Earlier I said that you only use 2 buttons for this game, but of course you do use the D-pad for some events, but not this one, ski jumping. This one's all about mashing the speed button as fast as possible, and getting the timing right with the action button, for both takeoffs and landings. Of course, sometimes you try to hang on just a little too long, and then this happens. Fail. That was some pretty good failure. But you can't blame your mistakes on the game, because before each event you get this pretty handy little instruction video. It tells you how to play the particular event you're going to do, and yeah, it's pretty good. Not that the controls for any event are that hard, but seeing a little demo is still pretty handy. This game does have more than just events on skis, of course. It's also got events on skates. It's got 2 types of speed skating, actually. This is short track, which is pretty exciting, although it's not quite as hectic as the real-life short track speed skating.
Final lap.
It's got bobsledding, too, or as the game calls it, bobsleigh. Either way, I find it's really hard because the movements you have to make are so tiny. I just end up, smashing into the sides a lot. The snowboarding event is pretty much like the downhill skiing, except that you have flags that you have to negotiate around. Other than that, though, pretty much the same thing, so it's pretty fun. This is Skeleton, which is pretty much like bobsleigh, except your action button acts as a brake. I love the presentation of this game, the way they use the dramatic camera angles to bring excitement to all the events. Like here in Skeleton, you really feel the sense of speed of hurtling down this icy track. This is traditional speed skating, which is a lot of fun. It's half, being careful around the corners with the speed button, and then when you get to the straightaway, just hitting it as fast as possible. I guess I only wish that maybe it was a little longer, maybe just 1 extra lap. I mean, I know these events are short, but this one, to me, just seems to end a little too quick. Actually, there's only one event that takes more than a minute to play, and that's cross-country skiing. In fact, you know it must be more serious than the others because they've added music to it. This event's a lot of fun. You see that line across the bottom of the screen, that's the elevation map for the course. And you try to use your stamina wisely. You don't want to blow it all on the flat parts of the course, and then have nothing left for the climbs. And then you want to make sure you rest on the descents, so you get your stamina back, and so on and so forth. Blah, 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 blah. I love how at the end of the race they all just turn into this slow-moving mass of cross-country skiing. This is Aerials, the last event to show you. And I swear the hardest part about this event is this little meter at the start. You have to time it just right to get the trick difficulty level you want. See, he's fine. This event is a great example of how they've simplified complex activities down to just simple button mashing. You know, in this event, you don't actually use the D-pad or action button once you're in the air to pull these moves off. You just keep hitting the speed button as fast as possible, and if you build up enough energy, you perform the trick successfully.
Yes! I did it!
Way to go, Rick Blade. This game is just a lot of fun. The controls are easy to learn, but it's challenging to keep trying to beat your high score, and you can play with up to 4 people, so I say you run down to your local Sega Saturn store and pick this up right now.